Well, here we go. First solo wild camping. The car's parked and I'm off into the woods. Not a bad day for it. There's sun out there. You can hear the wind in the tops, but there's no wind in between the trees here. It's really still, obviously filtering it out, which is great. Here's the turn off. See you in a bit. So the plan today is to try out the DD tarp, DD hammock. I want to get the mosquito net set up properly this time. There's no bugs around this time of year. It's not yet anyway. I just want to try it out. Right, another turn off here. And also just to spend a bit of time outside, get a fire going, cook some nice food, and just enjoy the outdoors, really. Oh, a bit of negotiating to do here. Back in a minute. What a place. Beautiful. Not too much further. You know, pick a spot. Plenty away from any roads and dog walkers. Ah, it's just so nice. This is pretty much it. Is this it? Not far off. Yeah, go a little bit further. Loads and loads of dead wood on the ground. It's dry standing stuff. Look at that. It's going to be great. Great for the fire. There you go. How much do you want? Brilliant. Alright, I'll come back and get some of that. Just get rid of my gear. This backpack is tremendous. Doesn't feel like it weighs anything. It's a Van Gogh 65. I've also got the DD action pack, they call it, off the front of their Bergen that they do. I didn't bring that, I brought it last time, and it was a little bit tight. It wasn't bad. This is, oh, there it is. Right, got it. So what I've done is I've just put all my tools and stuff that when I'm sitting around the fire and cooking, get everything out of this. And then the rucksack just sort of stays packed away. Yeah, this is it. Oh, hey. Brilliant. Nice bit of sun. Oh, and there's the fire logs we left last time. Can reuse. You can see them. Just down there somewhere. And there's where we covered over the fire pit. You can see that as well. And then here's the view out from where I'm going to camp out the back. Yeah, a little bit of breeze getting through here. And out this way. And over there. Round to the back again, which is in the sun. Lovely. Well, decisions. Plenty of trees. So which way am I going to go? Sort of the decisions you want to have to make, aren't they? Where's that sun? Oh, it's beautiful. Bear Phils is missing out. Didn't want to come because he didn't want to get his tent wet. Honestly, didn't want to get his tent wet because the forecast was for rain this afternoon. But last time I checked the forecast, the rain had disappeared and it was for intermittent sun and cloud, which is what I'd call that. There's no rain forecast for tonight. It might drop down to -1, and sorry, not -1, +1, whereas last time we were here it was -1 and I didn't know anything about it. Had my homemade underquilt set up, which I'll do again this time, and I'll try and get some video of that because I think if anybody does actually watch this, they might find the technique useful. It's a cheap, easy way and very effective, which I'll show you depending on how I get on. So I'll start getting set up and then I'll start filming again and show you how things look. I'll pick a spot. Alright, it's good. Really nice. There's a gentle swing going on and just listening to the wind in the top of the trees. The sun's just trying to get out. Keeps going in and out. Very nice. Very comfy. Nothing else going on anywhere. Just empty woods. No woodpeckers. They might pop out later, I suppose. Look at that. Very good. Well, I'm going to have 5 minutes testing a diagonal lay. See if that's what that's like. But to be honest, I don't think I need to move, really. Spot on. I think my ridge line's way too high though. I'm going to bring that right down. Yeah, definitely too high. I'm quite close to the ground, but it's not a bad thing. So it means I can get that top edge right down to stop any draft coming up underneath it. I'm going to put the fire over there. I'm going to see if I can get a little one going over there, so the top will help disguise it a bit. So there's the sun again. It's really having a good go. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes chilling out in the peace and quiet. Having a smoke with my vaporizer. Oh yeah, and then I'll have a play with the mozzie net, which I might leave tied up and open tonight. I just want to try it out. See you in a bit. And it's about 5:30. The sun's disappearing, getting a bit lower, and yeah, the wind's still going, but it's died off a bit. It's all just noise up in the trees. There's not a great deal of anything going on down here. I've put a little bit of camouflage type thing up at this end, and then on my top, just to give me a little bit of, well, a bit more camouflage, and also perhaps a little bit of protection from the elements. And what I wanted to do is just quickly show you this little beauty. It's a Mora knife. It's the, I don't know which one is it. It's the heavy duty, or it's either the heavy duty or the robust, whichever one it is. But it's the slightly newer model, which any of you are familiar with these knives will see that the handle is a little bit different. Now this is the sheath that it came in, the plastic sheath, which is very good. Clipped nicely onto my belt. It's got a lock-in mechanism to stop it sliding off. And all I've done is I've just put a little bit of paracord around inside of the handle, which I've looped through to stop it from coming loose. There, a little focus, there it is. It's tied a little decorative knot in. And although it is locking quite nicely in place, that's just a little extra in case for whatever reason it does pop up. Maybe that'll stop it from coming out, but obviously I can get that out no problem by, I'll do this one-handed, by just lifting the knot up over the top, and that'll come out fine. And at the other end, I'm not going to take credit for this. This was in a YouTube video. I was looking at ways to customize the sheath with a view to maybe putting the fire steel on, which seems to be a popular thing for people to do. And I came across this guy's video. Now I don't remember the guy's name, but what I'll do is I'll have a look when I get home and give him credit for this knot system that he's used. There's about 3 meters of paracord on there, which is ample for little basic emergencies. But I think it looks quite smart. I think it's decorated it quite nicely instead of just the plain plastic. But the Mora knife, I've only used it a tiny bit because I pretty much just got it, and all I've done is I deliberately didn't bring any tent pegs with me, because the last time we were here I was quite happy just using bits of sticks. There's so many bits of dead wood lying around. I'd like something a little bit greener, because this stuff snaps so easily. You just look at it and it snaps. It's really, really dry. But yeah, I've been using it to create some tent pegs. Just put a point on the end and just press it in with my foot. The ground here, you can see, is just moss. It's so soft. It's nice to sit on. So it's quite easy to get a peg in it. I guess it would be quite nice if you're sleeping in a tent. You've got this soft ground to lie on. But I'm up in the hammock tonight, hanging. So that was it, really. Just a quick look at the Mora knife and the little bit of decoration. And yeah, only done a tiny bit of work with it, but very, very impressed. Took the knots off, no bother. A couple of strokes and decent sized knots were off these sticks. I left those ones on, just they'll sort of help bind the cord into place. And that's it. Yeah. Oh, and the kit I got get it from Springfields. It was on the internet. I paid $17.49. I got the knife with the sheath, and also some waterproof, windproof matches, and a pocket sharpener. I should have dug that out. Right. Oh, I know it is. The pocket sharpener is one of these little beauties. And looking at it, I hadn't really a clue how to use it, but in closer inspection you can see you put the blade with the handle, I'll just hold it against this one, from that side in that way and pull it through. I guess the reason being that's the right way to do it is because the actual ceramic plates there are closest to that side, whereas there's a big gap on that side. I really don't even know how to hold it. All I did was I held it on the edge of a table and pulled an old knife through it. I haven't bothered sharpening that because it's just ridiculous. It is literally a razor. But I took an old knife that I thought I was quite pleased with how well I'd sharpened it. I put it through this, and whoa, what a difference within a few minutes. Just pulling it through there quite gently. It put a heck of a fresh blade on it. Now I haven't got round to stropping yet. That's something I'm going to look at next when I get a chance. And I think I'll just try a leather belt first, and I've got to find some stropping material. I know Mike from MCQ Bushcraft recommends a stuff called Smurf Poo, which is very easy to remember the name of, but I just wondered if there was a slightly more readily available compound you could use, perhaps like a Brasso or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But anyway, that's the knife, and yeah, very impressed with it. I mean, I've got huge hands. My hands are absolutely massive, and this fits beautifully. The fingers go nicely. There's plenty of room between the sort of the stop there at either end. No problem at all. There's nothing there. I mean, I'd quite like to have had something there, but that's all right. I've managed with it at least today anyway. No problem. So yeah. So there it is. The Mora knife, the heavy duty. It's either the heavy duty or the I've forgotten what it was called, or the other one. But anyway, you know what I mean. So it's yeah, the newer model, and yeah, very pleased with it. All right, cheers. A couple of quick things. There's the hammer hung up nice and high inside of the top, and that'll drop down a lot when I get in. So although it looks crazy there, it's absolutely fine. Very quick negative note. I've got the spreader bars fastened in across the top of the mosquito net, and I bet you everybody who's got one of these hammocks with those spreader bars has that problem there. They don't stay in. I've got it secured through the middle. The only thing I can think is to maybe have just like a little mini bungee or elastic band, a decent thickness elastic band to hold the spreader bars in place. They've actually both done exactly the same thing. But not to worry, I can live with that, it's fine. To be honest, I think I'll just grab a stick with some knots in it and use those to lock it in place. If that the little nodule that's on the end, if that was maybe Y-shaped, or had a groove in it instead of a round bit, you could maybe hook over that with one of the 3 loops that it goes through. Anyway, it's not what I was wanting to say here. But anyway, I've got the top. I don't know if I showed you this fully before, but the top's fairly well tucked down that side to keep the wind out of that side. And I did have it the same on the other side. However, there was a couple of spots of rain there. It's actually stopped again, but I thought just in case I would try something else out. Now what I've done, I've just slackened off those ties at either end there and put a walking pole in the middle. And what that's done, trekking pole, sorry. What that's done, you can see from the camera, is given me a nice wide opening at the front. Now I wouldn't like to leave it like that overnight, because there'd be some sagging going on here if there was any rain. But this is very cosy, just sitting under the edge here, now where I am. I've got all my gear underneath. And it actually comes out quite far. Well, it'll come out 1.5 meters because it's a 3 meter by 3 meter top. I'll just show you from the outside. Let's get out. Yeah. Look at that configuration there. So it's basically just the four corners fastened down, but I've slackened off these ones. They've got the guy lines that came with the gear have little tensioners in them. So just back those off a little bit and put that pole in. So it's given me a great opening at this side I can sit under. And there's a bit I was on about. You can see there's a sag there that would probably collect a bit of rain if it was raining. A solution to that would be to have the ridge line higher, which would increase the size of the gap at the bottom, or reduce the length of the overhang, the porch bit if you like. But as a little trial, I'm really quite pleased with myself for that. I haven't seen that done before. If it has been done before, my apologies. I don't want to take credit for coming up with that idea, but I just wanted to share it with you. Sort of not accidentally discovered it. Just while I was sitting there, I thought, oh, I'm going to pull that corner up, and there you go. One other very quick thing. Now I like a little drink when I'm out, and I see a lot of people in these videos, and they're carrying cans with them, and then some of them actually carrying bottles. There's quite a lot of them carrying bottles, Budweiser and stuff like that. It's absolutely crazy. And the weight of that and the rubbish you've got to get rid of just seems a bit excessive. No, I quite like lager, I like beer, I like all sorts of things, but I don't mind a little bit of the neat stuff. That's just vodka in there. So that's one of those collapsible things. You can get these from the pound shop. I'm not going to advertise where that one came from, that monkey. See, I'm a Newcastle supporter, so I don't particularly like that. But these things, yeah, they're cheap. You get, like I say, you get them from the pound shop. They might have Peppa Pig on them or something. But anyway, so I put some vodka in there. There's maybe a third of a bottle, something like that, in there. And obviously, when you finish, it collapses down nicely. But what I wanted to show you, obviously, you know, there's not a lot of people. I don't like neat vodka. I'll just put a splash in there. To make it more interesting, I'm going to turn it into a peach schnapps. Now I'm going to use some of this stuff. Now, I'm not sure how long this has been around. I don't think it's been around that long. And it tells you on there you get, you're supposed to get 20 drinks out of it or whatever. But it depends how strong you make it, I guess. Now, two things about this. It's a super concentrated cordial. It's not like the stuff you get in those bottles where you get the double strength. It's not like that at all. It's really, really strong. I mean, it just means you only need a tiny bit, but it also means that it's quite expensive. Now, if you bought this from Tesco, you'd be paying about £2.50. Sometimes they have it on offer, which is where I got it the first time, and they had it reduced to £2. Now, I was just in a shop that's just opened in my hometown, B&M, and they've got a variety of these in. This is the orange and peach, which is delicious, and they've also got blackcurrant and some summer fruits. Now, from B&M, instead of your your £2.50 or £2 on sale, it was 50p. So, needless to say, I got a few of these, and here's the trick: just snap the top off. It's a tiny little thing to carry with you, and a couple of little squirts. That's it. Now, that's still giving you pretty much neat vodka with a hint of peach and orange. So, you know, I'm just going to pour a little bit of water in, dilute it down, so it's probably down to whatever it is there, 20%, maybe just less than 20%. And that makes a very tasty drink. And the way that you carry, and you've got the water with you anyway, in whatever form. So when it comes to having a drink, this would take, did I say it was a litre? Or was it sorry, it's a half a litre. This will take a half a litre. So a half a litre vodka is a lot. It's a fair old portion for one night, definitely. And this thing, the little guy, it says 20 drinks, but you'll get way more out if you're just doing a couple of tiny squirts like that in some neat spirit. So there you go. So a little weight saving tip. If you like a bit of a drink, you could take this pre-diluted, I suppose. Do it half, fill it, and then fill the rest with water. Even put your juice in. But on the go, if you want a little a shot of something different to just your plain old vodka, or you're carrying your bottles of Budweiser, which is like a half a lager, and you've got to take that glass home with you, this is the way forwards. Oh, and just in shot there, that's some good stuff. That's absolutely delicious. That's from Aldi. I think it was at 70, might have been 75, 79 pence, something like that. Trail mix, but it's a great selection of little nuts and things in there. Plenty of energy and nice to munch on. Better for you than salty peanuts or roasted peanuts or something like that. Anyway, waffling on. I'm going to enjoy that drink now. Cheers.
Well, it's the morning after. I had a great night's sleep. It's been really cosy in this bed, in the hammock. The underquilt thing's working. The air mattress thing seems to help as well, because I noticed that when I slid off it, or it slid to the side, it was definitely felt colder. So, you know, that's working. The only thing that has been an issue is the fly sheet, the mosquito net thing. It's cosy being inside of it, but those pulls just fell out, both of them, the top and bottom ones. And although I've got this suspended up here quite high, this thing just flops around in your face, so I just opened it up, and even when you open it up, it's difficult to tuck it out the way. You're going to have to come up with another system for dealing with that. I think I'll rig something up, try and improve their poles. Anyway, I'll have a think about that later. I haven't been out of bed yet, it's just too cosy. Been listening to a woodpecker and whatever the other birds are chuntering on. Very calm, very quiet. Let's see. Can't really see what the weather's like. Let's pull the camera around. So there's no breeze. And while I've been in the hammock there, been up about half an hour. I'm just having a gentle swing. Oh, look at that. I'm picking food out of my teeth. So I made myself a cup of soup while I've been in here, doing it one-handed and while swinging. Good fun. I only had one accident with the water, I spilled it once. But yeah, some chicken and leek cup of soup for breakfast with the obligatory wrap, which works great. There's your hot drink and your food all in one. So I'm not bothered about coffee. So a bit more of this wrap. Get it dunked in. Beautiful. Breakfast in bed. How about that? Look at that, man. Delicious. Well, I'm going to enjoy the rest of that and think about paying a visit. And it's another benefit of not drinking the cans or bottles or whatever of lager. You know, at the toilet, thoroughly enjoyed that vodka last night. Oh, and last night I had a visit from my pal Robin, who brought a couple of steaks along with him. So we had we did the ribs, boiled the ribs in one of the new little pots that I got, and did the steaks in it was Robin's pot, and wow, fantastic! Really enjoyed it, with wraps, of course. Yeah, it was a good night. He managed to stay for a few hours. I had the little fire going over there. Put some pictures on. Yeah, so breakfast, pay a visit, think about packing up, and then that's it. So yeah, success. It's a good trip. First solo wild camp. And at the minute, all I'd change would be this. Here it comes again. The mosquito net. So I could do something with that. Yeah, I'm starting to think about it again. Okay, and there we go. See you later.
Well, that's it. It's home time. A fantastic night's sleep. Really comfortable. A few little in and out jobs to do. But it was great. Really pleased I did it. Just really good fun. Kept dozing off after I got up this morning. Made a little thing of soup. And had that, went back to sleep, woke up, sat in the sun a bit, went back to sleep. Woke up, next thing I know it's 9:30. So I've cleared up. You can tell that's the tree, one of the trees I was anchored to. And there's the other one. Oops, I can get it in, this one. Nothing on the ground. Nice and tidy, and on the way out I'll pick up any litter I pass. There's a few cans and bottles near the entrance over one side, right? So I'll grab a few of those to do my bit. But that was it. Alright, cheers. There you go. It's been there a while. Yep. Oh, those bastards. Yeah, pack the crisps. What's the just before date? 17th of the 8th, 2013. Oh well. Be why that's faded. It's been here 2 years. Whoa. Someone's had a bit of a fire quite a while ago. Let's see what else we can see. There you go. Yeah, it's warm this morning. There's one. Right, let's get back on track. Not that there is a track. But here we go. Oh, bloody hell. I need more than a plastic shopping bag for all that. Right, get a few bits and then next time we're here, that's another good deed to collect the rest up. Oh, bloody hell. Oh God, there's loads. Oh, nah. Little bag full of them down there. Right, the obvious bits. Oh, there's cans and all sorts. Barbecues. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right, that'll have to do. Pretty good haul there. The dirty little monkeys. The state of that. Right, remember roughly where this is for next time. Not really any landmarks. Right, not to worry. Dear me, it is warm. Lost. Trail mix stuck in my teeth. Right.